Welcome to Prime News. Now a look at the headlines. IFFI curtain raiser. Suzan, Sarandon and Kamal Hassan to grace IFFI inaugural. Wendell rodricks designs gown for Sarandon. 80% films in IFFI on digital platform. 50 Oscar nominated. Government to withdraw order on suspension of mining and ore transport only after e-auction. Supreme Court to look into working of e-auction committee on 23rd, says Chief Minister. Relief to under-trial netas. Supreme Court approves government's amendment. Under-trial netas can contest election. Only convicted politician debarred from contesting. High Court dismisses farmers' petition challenging land acquisition for MOPA. Says nothing concrete to prove illegality. Petitioners to approach Supreme Court. And NCP hits out at BJP ministers, demands sacking of Minister Dilip Parulekar. Cabinet ministers covering drug lords charges NCP. Trajano lashes at Alina Saldana over raised FARs. And now news in detail. Curtain raiser for IFFI 2013. Eminent Goan fashion designer Wendell Rodricks will be designing the gown for chief guest of IFFI inaugural ceremony, Suzan Sarandon. Kamal Hassan will be the special guest. Director of IFFI, Shankar Mohan, said that 80% of the movies featured for IFFI this year will be on digital platform. Screening of 15 Oscar-nominated films will be the main attraction for movie mongers this IFFI.
Wendell Rodricks will be designing the gown of Hollywood Oscar nominee actress Suzan Sarandon. Sarandon will be opening the IFFI 2013.
Mr. Wendell Rodricks, the very eminent and popular dresser designer from Goa, would be designing her gown for the evening function. So that's something that we brought him on board.
Looks like analog platform is fading. Last year, 50% of films screened were on digital platform. This year, it is 80%.
So while it comes with a lot of advantage, the digital technology, it also comes with severe restraints. So, it comes with a password called a KDM, key delivery message. So, we need to first get the film on a digital platform, and then we need to get the password also. Passwords are released 48 hours before the film is screened. This protects the films from being pirated. This year, 80% of the films are on digital, and they're sharing this. Last year, it was around 50%. The year before that, in 11, it was about 40%.
And this is the lineup for opening ceremony.
The opening would be Rajat Kapoor and Suhasini Maniratnam. Then there would be an address by the chief guest, Ms. Suzan Sarandon, followed by a brief address by Sri Kamal Hassan, who is the special guest. Then important guests would be felicitated on the dais. Then there would be a cultural program by Pandit Birju Maharaj and Ms. Shashwati Sen and Mr. Nishad Khan. One is Veena Mallik's Coffin Maker, which is based in entirely stories based in Goa. I think it has Nasiruddin Shah, and the other is Ratna Patekar Shah, and the other is Opur Sansa, Bengali film.
Meanwhile, the preparations for IFFI inaugural ceremony has reached its final stage. Vishnu Wagh has been elevated as chairman of Governing Council of ESG from Tuesday.
अंदूच्या इफ्फीत आयोजकांनी कंटेंट आणि ग्लॅमर बॅलन्स करपाचो यत्न केला. अंदू इफ्फीत सुजान सॅरंडॉन, मिशेल यो, अमिताभ बच्चन, रोहित शेट्टी ह्या सारकेले कलाकार येतले. त्याचबरोबर 76 देशांतले 326 सिनेमांत 15 सिनेमा ऑस्कर नॉमिनेटेड आसात. कंटेंट आणि ग्लॅमर मिक्सअप करपाचो आयोजकांचो प्रयत्न कितलो सक्सेसफुल जाता हे इफ्फी सुरू जातकरूच कळटलें. व्हिडिओ जर्नलिस्ट ओमकार फळारी वांगडा लौकीक शिलकार, प्रुडंट मीडिया खातीर.
Supreme Court will look into the methodology of working of a 3-member e-auction committee on 23rd November. Mines Minister and CM Parrikar said government would withdraw the order on suspension of mining and ore transport only after e-auction of extracted ore. court has appointed a 3-member committee to auction extracted ore at jetties and other places. While speaking to media, Parrikar said it would take about 2 months for the government to study and verify claims of the traders on unaccounted extracted ore.
I think from 27th the Supreme Court is going to look into the methodology.
Okay. And as far as the ore on jetties is concerned, around 7 days, no, you said? 7 days. 7 days you said, no? It will take to verify the...
No, e-auction
no, I'm not talking. It will...
if I am going to e-auction everything, what is the problem with anyone? No, I have not vacated my order of transportation ban as well as mining ban. So my order will be vacated only when e-auction takes place. And then by giving passes, either by numbering them serially or by electronic system, whatever is possible, they will be allowed to be moved one by one. So there can't be chaos. Or sorry, trader and so. Notice technically, the day is over. If it is holiday, it is always the next day. This is always a shift. So yesterday it is got over, according to me. So today the department will see how many has come. I have not contacted department. I was not well for 2-3 days. But in 7 days, I can respond to you how many people have applied for what. And in 60 days, we can verify what they have claimed, approximately. This is not deadline.
Now, under trial, netas can contest elections from jail or when in police custody. Supreme Court in its ruling on Tuesday approved amendments made by the government in the Representation of People Act. Politicians will be barred from contesting elections only if charges are proved against him or only if he is sentenced post-conviction.
Supreme Court few months back had delivered a historic judgment. Court had barred criminal and under trial politicians from contesting polls. Now under trial politicians have got much awaited breather. Court has approved amendments in the Representation of People's Act. Court in its verdict had earlier pronounced that under trial and accused politicians will not be allowed to contest election. Politicians had opposed this verdict. Under severe pressure from the political parties, Union government introduced amendments in Representation of People's Act to nullify Supreme Court's verdict. Now the court has given a nod to these amendments. Now an under trial neta can contest election. Politician will be barred from contesting only if he is sentenced or convicted. The Parliament in September passed a bill that withdrew the right of those in jail to contest polls. Government took a stand against this decision and said that court's verdict is causing injustice. Legislature has constitutional right to correct it. Amendments are based on the contention that the jailed politician continued to be a voter as his name remains in the electoral roll. Hence can't be barred from contesting poll. Supreme Court in July had struck down the legal provision that protects a lawmaker from disqualification even after conviction in criminal case. The Supreme Court had ruled that MPs or MLAs shall stand disqualified from the date of conviction in a trial court. Till now, 3 MPs had to vacate their chair due to this historic judgment of Supreme Court. The amendment in the Act has no effect on this ruling. Bureau Report, Prudent.
The High Court of Bombay in Goa has dismissed a petition challenging land acquisition for Mopa Airport. The High Court observed that the petitioner failed to place a valid reasoning to prove illegalities in the land acquisition procedure.
The Division Bench of the High Court of Bombay at Goa on Monday dismissed a petition challenging validity of the land acquisition for Mopa Airport. Petitioner Atmaram Kamli in his petition had contended that the whole process is illegal.
Already J point pai ghatlale petition te ekui raise jangna without raise hearing jay nastanat dismiss sala teka lagun ami kide munta ki hangat sagle sopong na ami already ata fast Supreme Court an hoitle.
The High Court observed that the process of land acquisition has been completed and petitioner failed to place valid grounds to prove that land acquisition procedure was illegal. But the petitioner has said that the judgment of the High Court will be challenged before the Supreme Court.
आम्ही प्रॉपरायटर म्हणून कोर्टान गेले. आम्ही ओनर टेनंट आणि कोण जाल्यार वयचे नासले. आम्ही प्रॉपरायटर, आम्ही शुद्ध मालक, आम्ही खरे भाडकार. ते अशें कोणेन तरी कोणाक सरकारा कडल्यान घेतलेले तसले सुवाती न्हत्यो. तेका लागून पर्चेसिंग ऑर्डर, सेल डीड पेपर पळय नासतना 7/12 केलात आणि सगळ्या लोकांची नावां घातल्यात. सगळे खंयचे दुसरेच भाडकार लायल्यात आणि जमीनदार हा तो प्रॉपरायटर चॅलेंज करून गेलो, ते डिसमिस जाला.
Reporter Mukesh Kumar with video journalist Chetan Gawas for Prudent.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.